Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to go over 3 new Excel features that Microsoft's recently rolled out, and I'll show you how they work and how you can access them if you don't see them on your version of Excel. And I'll start with that first step because if you're trying this on your computer and you don't see it, you may be wondering why. And so these features are, as I said, recently released. Some of them are still in beta. So in order to make sure you've got access to the latest and greatest, you want to make sure you have Office or Microsoft 365 and are part of this Office Insider program. So if you go to insider.office.com, sign up, and then you should see the updates roll out to your version of Excel. Again, you have to have the latest version for it to happen, but that's where you'll make sure that you've got the latest features as they become available. So I'm going to start with one of the, I think, the coolest features is a new shortcut key that you can use for copying and pasting values. So right now, I've got this pivot table, and instead of just copying and pasting it with all the formatting and all the underlying data, if I just want to paste as values, I click Control-C and then right-click and select this option to paste values. Not a huge deal, but that's how it works right now. Now you can make it a bit simpler by now using Control-C, and then when you go to paste, hit Control-Shift-V. So Control-Shift-V will paste it as values. Now this can be also useful if you're copying data from a website and you don't want to copy the formatting along with it. For example, here I've got data from the TSA website showing travel numbers. So again, if I did Control-C and if I did a Control-V in here, it's going to apply all that formatting that I may not necessarily want. If I just want to paste the values, Control-Shift-V, and now I've got a nice clean table that gets rid of all that excess formatting. So that's one of the cool new features that you can use if you've got if you're in that Office Insider program. Got Office 365 is Control-Shift-V to copy as values when you're still doing Control-C to copy, but when you're pasting, instead of Control-V, you do Control-Shift-V. Another cool feature that you can access is accessing the menu, or searching for commands and functions right from the menu button. So if you right-click on here, just right-click anywhere, you'll notice at the top here now it says search the menus, right? So you could do something like searching for a function, so sum, SUMIF, SUMIFs. The one thing that's a bit disappointing is that as I type in sum, it doesn't show up the other ones like SUMIF or SUMIFs. You actually have to type in the full name of it, but it still gives you the ability to do a search for them. And at the same time, you can do things like conditional formatting. If you want to search for removing duplicates, you can just type it in there. So as opposed to going through the ribbon and finding where you need to be or adding it to a quick access toolbar, by using the right click menu and just searching for it there, you can easily access these new commands. Or not the new commands, but an easier way to access the commands you'd have to access through either the ribbon or the quick access toolbar. Another really cool new thing that Excel is making available is making it easier to put images into your Excel spreadsheet. So currently, if you wanted to insert an image, you'd go through the insert option. Well, first you download the image, save it to your desktop, and insert it through here. So insert pictures, you can select and navigate to where it's saved in your folder. But in one of the new features that Excel has now, you can just use a URL. So in this example, I'm going to copy Netflix's logo right here. So you'll see I can just grab this URL. So right click, copy. This is from the Netflix website. And there's a new image function you can use. So image, and you'll see that the first argument is for the source. This is the URL. So I just put this in quotes, what I just pasted. You can put alt text if you wanted to, say Netflix. And then you can select the sizing. So the main options here are fit to cell or fill cell. So if you fit to cell, type in 0, and I close this out, it's going to automatically fit to the size of the cell. So as I expand it, it's going to get larger or smaller depending on the dimensions of the cell so that it can fit. Now, if I were to change this to fill the cell, then what's going to happen is it's going to fill in all the space that it can, even if the dimensions are off. So you can see now it's not showing properly as the normal Netflix logo might. The dimensions are off a little bit. So if you want to keep those dimensions intact, you'd keep this argument to 0 to fit cells. And you can also use just the original size, a custom size, and there are arguments in here for that as well. So if you want to use a different size, you could use a different height or width depending on your specifications. But that's how you can use the new image function in Excel. It makes it a bit easier if you want to pull an image from a website without having to first download them into your computer. So that's in a nutshell three of the newest features that I think are most exciting for Excel. And again, if you don't have access to these ones, check out the Office Insiders program. Make sure you sign up for that, so that way you'll have access to these features before they roll out to the general public. And if you like this video, leave a like, and I'll make sure to continue posting updates about new features as they come up.